I slap this shit. I get slapped back, and like 5 minutes later, we just make up.
And let me make out.
Make up.
My bad.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
I can't remember the story. I just forget sometimes.
As a kid, growing up, playing a lot of Black Ops 2, I grew up listening to a lot of threats. I've given out some threats, and I've received some.
We just look at each other like, are we finna box? 30 minutes later, we're just like, hey, bro, you trying to get ice cream? I'm like, yeah, let's go. We're Middle Eastern. We come from the foreign land. We do things. We work. We shovel.
You were born in America. You was born in Atlanta, bro.
Cultural.
You are ATL Jacob, bro.
Yo, welcome back to the Heatin podcast, the hottest podcast in the game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, follow, rate, all that good stuff. But again, thank you for tuning in to another episode. What are you counting?
I lost track of what you were saying. No,
genuinely, bro. I'm going to put it as homework. Like, you need to learn it.
As homework?
I can't. Yes, I'm tired.
I don't even do school homework.
Brother,
what makes you think I'm going to do?
That's a great way to start it. Anyway, we're back. I know we missed last week.
It's been a minute, bro.
For numerous reasons, we missed last week because somebody couldn't get here in time. Would you like to explain why?
I literally had no fucking car.
Yes, and you bought a new car.
And I got a new car.
Congratulations.
You know what's funny? Actually, I did offer to say, I did say, hey, we could record for this last week. You were like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Nah. We had to transition because now we have new formats, which you'll see in this episode.
What are we?
Okay, so now we have new formats for the podcast, which you'll see today. It's going to be much more interactive. And again, we have a lot of fun things planned. But explain, bro.
For this episode.
I'm very excited. But explain, because you just bought a new car.
Yes.
Listen, what's your age?
I'm 19 years old.
Okay.
Almost turning 20 in
No,
December.
not almost. Don't do that.
Turning 20 in December. Okay. Well, I mean, we are.
In December.
Man,
bro,
we almost halfway through the year, bro. That's what's crazy.
Laws of rounding, bro. You round down. Sorry, brother.
Type shit.
What car did you buy?
I got a 2019 Chevy Camaro.
Okay. This podcast is just going to be me grilling you on why you're an idiot. So
okay,
let's start. What the fuck were you thinking?
Had great mileage, great price. So that's exactly what I was thinking. It drove great.
You sold me.
Okay.
You sold me.
I know.
Good idea.
I know.
No, okay. Let's be real, bro. This is a pretty big purchase. Arguably, not even arguably, the biggest purchase you've ever made in your life. The biggest purchase
I've ever made, and most likely the only purchase I'll make for a couple of years.
Yeah, you're locked in, bro. You got the handcuffs on. That's all the loan is.
No, hopefully I do get it paid off in the next 2-3 years. That is the goal, though.
Well, yeah. So I mean, my problem when I've talked to you about it, bro. Like, you bought this car, and you're still so. What are you licking?
I got a little stain from the jelly from the donuts that we ate earlier.
Don't say we.
No, because it was we.
I didn't spill anything. Listen, bro, you're 19 years old, so realistically, you're coming into the dealership. You're like, I'm just gonna buy like a.
Well, hold on now. I ain't go to the dealership by myself. I ain't that credible, bro.
Of course, I understand, bro. Your mom helped out too.
I went with my mom, yeah.
But you went in there. You were like, all right, yeah, bro. I'm gonna look for something like just something to get me by for now. You were just like something. Yeah, you were like.
Nah,
but your range was different.
My range was, to be honest with you, I thought my range, it would be smart for my range to be between 10 to 15. And then I talked to mama, because I talked to mom, and she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, I'm not getting another car for the next 7-8 years. Your range is 15 to 20. I was like, yes, ma'am.
Which is crazy. To me, I'm like, how the fuck didn't he? I thought you were going to get like a wagon.
I can't lie to you. I thought I was, because my plan was low-key to get like, something nice, fun, but like it wasn't gonna be that expensive. So I was kind of looking like at Audis. I saw a good price Audi.
What the Audis?
Yeah.
Aren't those arguably more expensive?
No.
They're luxury cars, no?
No, not some of the models that I was looking at. But yeah. So I came across this one, and
how long did it take you to find the car? This is important.
Took me about a week and a half.
Oh,
I was 2 weeks without a car.
Oh, you found it online, right?
Yeah, I found it online.
Oh, okay. I had a bet going that like you literally it was the first car you saw.
No. Here, see, I was not that stupid to go to just dealerships and drive around all day wasting my time. I was looking online at a bunch of dealerships. I looked at like,
That's what I did.
Yeah, it
paid off.
Stupid. I mean, it paid off. No, seriously, you got a nice car and everything, but like it was very stupid of you to do that.
No, that's the old-fashioned way, bro. We're traditional. We're Middle Eastern. We come from the foreign land. We do things. We work. We shovel.
You were born in America. You were born in Georgia, Atlanta, bro.
The cultural
you was
roots.
born in Atlanta, bro.
The cultural.
You are ATL Jacob, bro.
But yeah, so
But
you bought your car, bro. Again,
car.
Here's the thing. I'm worried. I am a little worried. I can't lie. I gotta stress some concern. Like you have a car loan now.
All right, let's keep it a
payments
buck, bro.
are more.
You're jealous.
I'm not jealous at all. No, bro. On
No, I'm
this
just
cross,
kidding.
I actually, because don't get me wrong, my dream car when I was a kid was a Camaro.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I saw
It's
it.
funny you told me.
Yeah, you have a beautiful car, bro. Don't get me wrong. But my car, I literally wouldn't trade it. Like it's so fucking nice. I love
This
my
one,
car.
the Hyundai.
Yeah,
of course.
it's
No,
gorgeous.
here's the thing. Do not get me wrong as well, bro. The one reason I got the Camaro was because I said, here's the thing. If I'm going to go pay a good amount of money for a car, okay, I'm going to want one, especially that I'm going to enjoy driving. I'm going to want one that I'm going to have for a pretty long time.
Hopefully.
You know? Well, the good thing is, that model Camaro is pretty reliable.
And it's low mileage still. Yeah.
And it's very low mileage, 40,000 miles too, which is amazing. So, I mean, the dude probably never drove it much except for it being a 2019. So, when I was looking at cars, you know, Camaro was actually the last thing on my mind to look for, which is funny enough. And then I saw it, you know, I saw the price for it, and I saw the low mileages. I was like, you know what, let's go test drive it. We'll see how it is, how it drives and everything. So I drove it for like a couple blocks down and everything. And I was like, damn, I fuck with this car. I was like, damn, because I never really liked Camaros in general. Like if you were to ask me what I would like better if for like muscle cars, if it was like a Dodge or Mustang or a Camaro, I probably would have said Dodge or Mustang.
Yeah.
But then I started driving the Camaro and I actually fell in love with it, bro.
That's how you fall in love, bro.
Exactly.
It's the ones you don't think that you like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like women.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. But yeah, bro. So you bought this car again. I have my concerns.
Put
and
a good
we've
down
talked
payment
a little
on
bit.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, we'll see how it goes. My bet, you get it repoed.
See, this is that hating ass shit that I was talking about earlier. This is the jealousy, bro. It really is showing.
I'm just kidding.
No, but
but
I'm gonna have to be putting in a good amount of fucking work for this car now. Because I plan on obviously having it for a very long time.
Yeah,
you know, like
so-
5-6+ years.
yeah, this is literally now your first real bill. So
this is
now
this
when
is
life is
my
gonna start.
first big boy purchase, which I was genuinely not expecting to have until I was like 20+. Bro.
No, but here you are, bro.
Here I
you
am.
are. So congratulations.
I mean, shit, life happens, bro.
Of course.
Nothing's really expected to happen according to plan, but.
I obviously, bro. I'm congratulations on the new car.
Thank you, bro.
Big
Thank
purchase. I pray the best. I pray you keep up with your payments. Your credit score's relying on it. But we'll see how it goes, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
You know, now you can drive people around without.
Nah, it's a 2-door car, bro. You're lucky enough to be able to.
I
fit
know.
in there.
I was gonna say, but in other news, bro. Just real quick before we get into the segments, OJ died. Do you see that?
I did not see that. I thought that was a joke,
Bro,
I saw a TikTok. I thought that was a joke.
No, OJ Simpson died.
What?
Yeah, he died like 2 days ago. He died at like the age 73 because of cancer.
No way,
Bro, wait, and you know
Why
what
was this not anywhere? I didn't see this anywhere.
Bro, it was everywhere. What are you
I didn't
talking
see
about?
it anywhere.
Were
Even
you
on
asleep?
Instagram.
Were you closing your eyes? There was literally everywhere on every media
I
outlet.
might have been asleep.
This is, bro, we're talking, and you know what the worst part about OJ dying is?
I did that shit.
He's never gonna.
No, he did that shit.
He's just never gonna find his killer, bro.
His?
Yeah, the person who killed his wife. He's never gonna find it. He was so close. I think he was getting close. Darn. Darn.
We're terrible people,
Bro.
bro. We're terrible.
No, I mean, obviously, bro, we're talking about one of the most notorious cases in the world. Like,
Yeah.
OJ is, you don't even know football, you'll know OJ. OJ's like, he's grown out of everything. He's just known for this case. And I don't think anyone could really have too much remorse for OJ dying, like, other than really his family. Like, God, we all know. Like, the brother did it. Like, he did it, bro. He did it.
I'll tell you what, them gloves ain't fitting.
The glove thing, bro. Nah, OJ was a character. Listen, I mean,
it's crazy, bro.
I don't. There's not much you can say about OJ dying. Like, it is
Not
what
really,
it is.
yeah.
I mean, you can't really be like rest in peace because the dude didn't give someone else peace. So it's like, all right, well, it is what it is. And also, like, you don't want to celebrate a death. Like, it's weird.
just not right.
So it's just one of those things I just feel like you just don't talk about. Like,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna because it's OJ, but I don't know. Celebrating death is weird to me. Like, you're like, oh, thank God he died.
Unless it's a genuinely terrible person.
Even
like,
then,
wow,
I guess, yeah, you're right. Like Osama dying or something. You're not going to be like, I mean, maybe. But, but they were like, you were always a good person once, right?
Yeah.
Like Adolf was.
Let's just switch it up. This is where we wrap it up.
All right, let's. Well, no, because. No,
please. Stop. What is? I can't believe. I'm gonna. So, switching up into this.
Let's switch it up. Yes. So we have new segments now. So again, if you didn't see our last episode or didn't see any of the post, we have new segments. Other than our Heat or Delete, we have Hot Heads and we have Heat Check. So these segments are interactive segments. So make sure to leave your stuff in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into Hot Heads.
Hot Heads is a fun segment where the boys dive into the world of online outrage. Each week, they read through the internet's angriest and funniest stories, from food disasters to work problems to everyday frustrations. With their relatable commentary, they'll have you laughing along as they explore the lighter side of anger. Make sure to leave your own Hot Head stories in the link below to be featured in future episodes.
The first Hot Heads ever. Okay.
I'm excited for these stories. I hope, because you picked out 2 stories. I picked out a pretty funny one.
Yes, and again, we're waiting. We're waiting to siphon them out, but keep leaving your stories. We're seeing them. We're going to be talking about them in the future episodes. But for now, we're just looking at these ones. All right, this story. Listen to this, bro. One time, I rang a kid's doorbell, said hi to the dad, walked upstairs, punched him one time, and left. I was like 13 or 14 at the time, so was the kid I punched. Hear me out. The kid I punched just perpetually talked shit growing up. I remember having a rough day at school, getting home and being on an AOL chat room. That's an OG thing, by the way. AOL. Have you ever heard of AOL?
What's it stand for?
Automated Online Learn. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds familiar, but...
It's like, I'm pretty sure it's like
Skype? I think I know what you're talking about.
God, we might have just off like a ton of old heads. But they're like, these kids, they don't know about these damn kids. I just know it was like an old thing.
Yeah.
So let me continue. So yeah, AOL chat room. This guy just talked shit to the point I told him I was going to walk into his house and punch him if he didn't stop. He didn't stop, so I kept my promise. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Hey, I can't lie to you, bro. He stood on business, bro. Because this is like one of those things, bro. As a kid, growing up playing a lot of Black Ops 2, there was a lot of threats. And I'm telling you, bro, I grew up listening to a lot of threats. I've given out some threats. And I've received some. And a majority of them, like, when I really think about it, is I'm gonna pull up to your crib, I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay. So he really, like, stood on business right there, bro.
Okay, so my crazy part is this. I don't know if, like, the shit talk was, like fun shit talk or if it was like a bully shit talk. Mm-hmm. That's the thing I'm missing from the story.
The way he's describing it was like a bully shit talk.
It seems so, exactly.
But that's what makes it funny.
It's crazy because my questions, first of all, is like, how did you even get in the house? The father answered the door, you say hi, you just walk in. Listen, bro, if some random kid comes to my house after I have kids and he's just like walking in, I'm gonna be like, no.
How's it going, sir?
Like, it's your parents. Who are you? But obviously, so they must have known each other.
Maybe, yeah.
My biggest question is, you punch the kid in the face in his own house? You just casually walk downstairs and walk out the house?
Have a nice day, Mr. Johnson.
Have a nice day, Mr. Johnson. See you next week, same time? Like, how do you, and also, I would love to know, I wish they left it, if they ever talk to the kid again.
I actually would love to know.
When I was a kid in 8th grade, I had a problem with a kid. I'm not going to say his name because I'm actually really cool with him now. But I had a problem with
a kid. Do I know this kid?
Oh, yeah.
I know who this is.
Yeah. I had a problem with a kid in 8th grade, so we always had problems, and we were on recess, and we were playing football.
I know this story.
And we were playing tackle football. Obviously, you're not allowed because you're children, but we were still doing it anyway. And I remember I tackled the kid I didn't like because he caught the ball. I wasn't just tackling him, tackling him.
That's crazy. That's crazy behavior.
It was just like 5 yards.
You've always been a dickhead, haven't you?
No, he caught the ball. So I'm like, my time. Well, my time. I'm just playing defense. So I tackle him, okay, and it is what it is. And he gets up, he gets mad, and he punches me in the face. I've never been punched before. Listen, I don't get in fights, bro. I'm a lover. I don't make
You were
fights.
A skinny kid at the time too, like a very small kid for your size.
I don't think really anything changed, but
like you were a small kid for your size.
Yeah, I was small. Yeah. I was definitely thinner. But I was peaceful, bro. I was a pacifist. Hey, I'm friendly, guys. Hey, I'm having fun. I was an asshole. Yeah. But like one of those you don't like. Yeah, I was. I didn't stay on business.
Yeah, you were.
I was one of those.
Yep.
But anyway, today I stood on business Because he punched me in the face, and I didn't know what to do. So I reacted, and I punched him in the face, and he started crying. And now I'm like, oh, fuck. Because remember, bro, Middle Eastern parents.
Yeah.
You don't get in trouble, bro. Especially if you fight, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. I don't know what to do. I snitched on myself. Because I'm like, I got to go. I instantly took my ass to the front office. And I go to the front office, and I'm like,
hey, honey, what do you need? I punched a kid.
Swear. That's exactly. She was like, what do you need? I'm like, I just punched blah, blah in the face. Now, me and this kid have had problems back in middle school. So they're like, is he okay? I'm like, he's crying. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, he hit my braces. I had braces. And they were just like, okay, just don't do it again. Go back to class. They didn't say a word.
That's
they just
crazy
let
to
me go.
me.
So I'm imagining.
Honestly, that was probably the best way you could handle that situation.
I'm pretty sure
As a
you're supposed
teacher.
to discipline the kids.
No, but as a teacher, no. That could have probably been the best way to handle that. Because here's the thing: you didn't do really anything wrong at the same time. Like you got punched, bro. I feel like,
but they don't like self-defense. They don't
obviously.
agree with self-defense. Like,
but I'm saying it was the best way to handle that situation. If they were to have escalated it any further, I feel like you and him probably would have had even further, like bigger beef. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's so funny because I'm telling you, bro, something about it is weird. I don't know if it's a man thing or something. You fight a guy and you're fine after.
Yeah,
like we were actually just cool after.
I remember. Speaking of fighting, I remember this one time I slapped the shit out of you.
Oh, me? Nah, we're not getting into this. Are we getting into this?
So there was this one. You obviously remember this. There was this one time where you and your sister were kind of like having a little argument in a different room. And it was loud to it, and it was just funny as fuck. So I walk in, I start recording. I record the argument, and this isn't even the first time I've done this too before. Like I've done this multiple times to you too.
But you know I hate that shit, bro.
Nah,
my sister does it too. My sister does it too, and it pisses me off because y'all are instigating.
No, but here's the thing. I've done this multiple times. I've never really had an issue with it. And this one time, I don't know, just like what was in the air with you, bro. But like, you're like, bro, just stop, bro. Just stop recording. Stop, bro. And I was like, you know what? All right, cool. I'll stop recording. As I'm watching the video, getting ready to delete it, next thing you know, I look and the phone is gone and it's in your hands. And I'm like,
I just snatched that.
Did you just take my phone? Like in my head, these are like the 5 questions that just went through my head. Did he just take my phone? Who does he think he is? What is he doing here? I'm really finna slap him. Should I slap him? And then next thing you know, I slap the fuck out of you,
bro.
And then I get slapped back. And like 5 minutes later, we just make up.
And let me make out.
Make up.
My bad.
What's wrong with you?
I can't remember the story. I just forget sometimes. Let me tell you my perspective on things, bro. Yes, I'm having this big argument with my sister, bro. And so I'm already pissed because when I argue with my sister, I just get so upset, bro. Because just one of those ones.
Yep.
So and you come in and you're fucking guppy. You're just recording. I'm like, stop.
You was upset. You were just upset
because I was already arguing for like 10 minutes.
It was obviously over the dumbest argument
so
ever,
dumb.
bro.
It's always
like
dumb.
You've never actually ever had
never. And I'm so dumb. And so I'm literally pissed, and I'm like, okay, bro, stop recording. And you're like, oh, okay, I'll stop. And I don't know what drove me to do it, and I'm like, take this guy's fucking phone and teach him a lesson. Because you've done it before. And I'm like, no more of this. I'm not Animal Planet. Don't fucking record me. I was like, so I'm like, I'm going to delete this shit. Because knowing him, he's probably going to save it. I don't want to see it back. I know in a week or two, bro. Look at it. Remember this? So I snatch it. And I'm like, yeah, what's he going to do? Oh, fuck. Bro, when you slapped me, my shit rang. I'm like, we've never hit each other. Never, ever. We've gotten in so many fights. And this one time you hit me. And I was like, I've never planned for this. I don't know what to do. So I was like, fuck that. Slap right back. And we just look at each other like, are we finna box? And we just stare at each other. You're like, give me my phone. I'm like, here. And we just walk away. 30 minutes later, we're just like, hey, bro, you trying to get ice cream? I'm like, yeah, let's go. It was since that day we haven't actually put our hands on each other ever, like seriously.
No.
But I'll never forget that because that was
man.
we're solid. Like it doesn't matter really what happens. We're solid. Good times, bro.
Those are good times, man.
Well, my fault. Go to the next. Go to the next hotheads. But that was a funny story.
That was a funny story.
Brings back memories.
I think personally, mine's pretty funny. I kind of skimmed through it and I started laughing, and that's when I knew like, oh, okay, this shit might be actually pretty funny.
All right.
But all right, here we go. So this story is called "The Time I Farted Out My Entire Class."
Farted out.
Like, okay. So back when I was a teenager, some foods gave me really bad gas, especially spicy foods. It also didn't help that I really liked certain spicy foods. Well, this was back when I was 17 and driving my first car to school. I think it was the first Monday because I remember it as being the first day of school for the week. The night before, I dined on some pizza covered with hot peppers. Oh my! And I'd had eggs for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
I guess all of that combined in my gut made me a walking bomb ready to go off.
Valid though.
I was in one of the afternoon periods, either the last or the second to last period of the day. I think it was English class. The teacher there was a cranky old man in his 60s who wasn't fond of me. Though he didn't do anything like singing me out or marking my scores lower, he just didn't like me. Fair enough, because I didn't like him either.
Fair.
Nobody actually seemed to like him, though. As a teacher, he was good at his job, but he was pretty gruff. A lot of us joked that he just was waiting to retire. Well, we were in the middle of silent reading, and the class was dead quiet. So when I suddenly farted, it was pretty loud and may as well have echoed since.
Wait, suddenly? So he accidentally farted?
You've had those. You know, like...
You move weird and it just pops out.
Yeah. No. He goes, it was pretty loud and may as well have echoed since before it was quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Right after I'd ripped ass, everyone in the room turned to look at me all at once. The students closest to me started gagging and getting up from their desks. And then the smell worked its way to the teacher. He started coughing and saying his eyes were watering before running over to the windows to open them. I was really embarrassed and just wanted to be invisible. So I raised my hand and asked if I could be excused to the bathroom.
They know he did it?
Oh, yeah, it was loud. It was loud, bro. The teacher just pointed without even looking at me because his head was out the window and said, "Go." I asked for a hall pass since one was required, and he had to go back to his desk and get one for me while holding his breath because he was so anal that he kept them locked in one of those like little locked drawers.
Yeah, one of those.
And it didn't help that right as I got up, I ripped another one. I can remember someone near me said, "Oh, come on!" The teacher threw me the hall pass and told me not to come back until my ass was empty before running back to the window. As I headed out to the bathroom, I let out a couple more recent farts in the hall. And one of them, I ripped ass while walking by a classroom with the door open. As I was walking... He
did a drive-by.
Yeah, he did a drive-by. As I was walking, I heard the sound of a door being shut, followed with a bunch of coughing from inside the classroom. I went to the bathroom and stank it up. A couple of guys walked in and took a leak while I was in the stall and left as soon as they could because of the smell. By the time I came back, the class was nearly over. I got a lot of dirty looks, but after class, a lot of students came to me and said it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen in a while.
Or smelled.
Because after...
Nothing.
Oh, because after I left, the teacher refused to come away from the window until the smell in the room died down. When school was over, I got in my car to go to my part-time job working for my dad when I farted again. Being in a closed car with my own gas made me gag, and my eyes were burning like I just cut into some fresh onions. I had to roll down all the windows and drive to work that way. I warned my dad about my gas, and he told me even if I felt like a fart was coming, to just run outside.
Oh.
He was well aware of how bad my gas could be. I did end up having to run outside a couple of times. One of the employees was outside on a break around the back of the building and smoking a cigarette when I ran outside and ripped ass. He was downwind of it too, but he just laughed and said, "Damn, boy, did something crawl in your ass?"
Oh my gosh, bro.
I could only look awkward and say it was the spicy food I eaten the night before. He just kept laughing though and said he was a country boy. And he and his brothers did that sort of thing all the time as kids. This wasn't the only day I had this kind of gas, but I earned the nickname the farter for a few months.
No, is he in high school?
Yeah, this was around the time he was in high school. He was 17 years old. It was one of the times that sticks out in my memories the most, and sometimes I do laugh when thinking about what it'd be like if my mother had been there too. My farts were the bane of her if she had happened to be nearby when I had gas like that. Though admittedly, I think one of the reasons I like spicy food so much then was because she hated them.
Okay, first of all, hospital. No, this dude's got to go.
Hospital.
Bro, I've never... Listen, there's bad ones, obviously. Bro.
Farting out your whole
You're talking about
classroom.
you have a lethal weapon in your stomach. How did you... I've never... Bro. And mind you, this story probably might be a little exaggerated, but also, if that's true, you don't go back to that school.
I don't think I would have went back to the class. I just would have left, bro.
If after the first one, mind you, like, go home.
Go home. Exactly. Go home.
You shit yourself.
What are you doing? You go home.
You shit yourself. It's not. You're not. You don't even. There's like so much I want to say and so little. Like I don't know. God bless, bro. I've never had there was a kid back in elementary school. He always like farted on purpose because he found it funny.
Yeah.
He's in high school, bro. There's no coming back from this one. I don't know. That's a tough story.
Let's just pray his crush wasn't in that class, bro.
Oh my god. Well, they probably heard about it. It doesn't matter. You went your nickname
over. The
done.
farter. The
You're
farter.
Cooked. You're cooked. It's done.
But, man.
And the last one. That's a good one though.
That was
the last one. This I'm not gonna say it resonates with me, but it was funny. Anyway. No, actually, I take that back. Let me retract this. Okay.
Let me retract this. Once
I
hear the story, I'm going to really know if it resonates with you or not.
All right. One time, after the first time I had sex, I decided to get an STD check. I called my neighbor across the street who was 3 years older than me, basically my brother, and I told him that I made an appointment to get checked, and I asked him what it entailed. He said it wasn't too bad. They did a sperm sample, swabbed his pee-pee, and checked his blood. On my way to the clinic, I was feeling pretty nervous to ejaculate in a cup, but I reassured myself that it was going to be fine. When I finally got there, an older lady handed me a clear cup and escorted me to the restroom.
Did you have to do
that? Well, let me tell you the story.
Oh, no.
Restroom, and said, please go in here. I was picturing more of a comfortable room where I could do my private thing of choking my chicken, but I thought, fuck it, the bathroom will suffice. So I began masturbating over the sink. I remember amazingly rubbing one out pretty fast, almost too fast, so I thought I'd wait in there a few more minutes because she might think I'm a freak. After waiting in there for a while, I finally handed the semen-filled cup back to the old lady nurse. The woman set the cup on the desk, looked at it, picked it up again, and jiggled the cup. She stopped. I then saw her face turn from confusion to sheer horror. Turns out, she only needed urine. I just stood there terrified. After going back to pee and a few tests later, I got the hell out of there. After much reflection, though, I now think she deserved it. Because honestly, yes, I did assume she wanted a sperm sample, but the woman never specified what she wanted. Since that day, I haven't stepped foot in that clinic, nor do I think they want me to. You're only supposed to pee. That's what I was going to ask you. That's why when you said that, I'm like, no, I didn't. Because you're only supposed to pee. It's pee and blood. So he got set up, bro. You don't ejaculate in anything on this STD test. That's not how they check it. It's not a sperm bank. I don't know what his old neighbor told him, but he must have told him it's like a sperm bank. So this dude gets the urine cup, jizzes it, gives it to the nurse, and she's just standing there holding his babies. You're like,
why is your pee so white? It's a little thick.
Bro, I would... And I don't know, bro. If that happened, I don't know what I'd do. I would be broken. Like, how do you...
Ma'am, I'm going to need that cup back.
The only reason I say that resonates with me, not like that.
Yeah, that's why I was like...
No.
What you mean by that?
But my first time doing an STD test, I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. Like, so I wasn't sure. They handed me that cup and was like, all right, pee to here. And I was worried because I was like, if I pee too much, are they going to think I have, like, chlamydia? Or if I don't pee enough, or maybe if it's not clear enough, like maybe they're gonna think I have like AIDS or something. I didn't really. First time doing it, bro. I was scared. Have you had your STDs?
I have not had an STD check yet.
It's a good thing you're a virgin.
Well, I'm not a whore, so yeah, I'm not gonna have an STD check.
That's not why you do it.
Yeah, sure, bro.
It's not what you do.
Sure,
You
bro.
gotta be disciplined.
Sure, bro. Sure, bro.
Anyway, that was Hothead. So
Yeah, it was.
let's go ahead and get into our next segment, Heat or Delete.
Heat or Delete is the ultimate debate segment for sparking some friendly controversy. Each week, the boys are given statements submitted by their listeners on anything and everything, from food preferences to music taste to sports takes. They cover it all. They then choose heat if they agree with the statement, or delete if they disagree, and go back and forth debating their choice. Make sure to leave your heat or delete questions in the link below to be featured in future episodes.
You've obviously listened to Metro Boomin's new album.
Of course.
That came out about a couple weeks ago, and you heard Kendrick's diss to Drake and J. Cole.
Yes.
And then J. Cole came back with another album, and he dissed Kendrick during that time.
Yes.
So, this is my question to you.
Well, it's not
Do
yours.
you, heat or delete, do you think J. Cole's apology to Kendrick was a weak move?
Heat. Couple reasons. I don't wholeheartedly believe Heat, but the reason I say Heat is because, yes, it was weak. If you are arguing you're the GOAT or you're the best at something, you have to prove it. I'm not saying his discography or his songs or the way he raps, he hasn't proved that he's an incredible rapper. He's done that. The dude is an incredible rapper. My problem is you're calling yourself the best. Then someone challenges you by giving you a diss. Mind you, it's not even challenging. You don't have to respond if you don't want to. I think the biggest problem with this whole thing is that J. Cole did respond. He puts out his diss track and then backtracks after and apologizes. Now Drake, you want to say Drake is, he hasn't said anything? That's better than what J. Cole did. He's staying quiet. That's fine. Stay quiet. But don't put out something, claim you're the GOAT, claim you're this and that, you're the best.
Yeah.
And then after you do it, you're like, actually, I apologize. I take it back. I don't believe what I said on that one.
Mm-hmm.
He probably still thinks he's the best, but the thing is, if you get challenged, you either step up to the challenge or you just keep your mouth shut. But the reason I also think delete is because J. Cole, who's to tell him how he feels, bro? If he feels like, you know what, no, this is stupid. I don't need to stoop this low. I don't need to do this diss track shit. I've already done it. I totally get it. You don't need to do it.
Yeah.
As a hip hop fan, I would have loved if he didn't apologize. I want to see Kendrick's response, and maybe Drake will get into the mix, and they'll keep going. That's what's fun. So this apology ruined everything. But again, you can feel the way you want to feel, bro.
Of course.
He's the one who has the personal relationship with Kendrick. Yeah. I don't blame you, but at the same time, again, if I told everyone I'm the best 3-point shooter, and someone's like, nah, I will shoot you out for it. Like I'll play you, and I'm like, no, I don't want to play. I'm good. Stop claiming I'm not gonna claim that I'm the best.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna claim I'm the best. I didn't want the smoke. So, not saying J. Cole's scared or a pussy or anything like that. I just think it was a weak move because you call yourself the best. You had an opportunity to show it again, and you decided not to, and that's totally fine. But it's weak.
It was a weak move. I can't lie to you. I mean, he probably shouldn't have said anything if he was going to backtrack like that, but...
Exactly. Don't say anything at all, bro.
What did Kendrick do to, like... What did he threaten him with?
Low-key.
It's like
literally after hearing it, J. Cole on the phone with Kendrick. Oh, what's up, man? You like the diss track? Better take that shit down right now.
Start apologizing.
Saying the fucking
I ain't
joke.
joking.
But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But
yeah. I mean,
I still love both of them.
I mean, they're still great artists, but like...
Of course. But
this just makes Kendrick better now.
Yeah. All right, next one. Heat or delete? Funny we say this. It was literally on the list. Maybe that's why we did eat it subconsciously. Heat or delete? Doughnuts are the best pastry.
Delete. Yes.
Ooh.
Here's my take. The reason I am saying delete is because I actually think brownies are better.
Is that a pastry?
I mean, you could consider it a pastry.
I guess you're right. Anything bakery is pastry?
Anything bakery is basically
see.
a pastry.
Cookies aren't a pastry.
Cookies can be a pastry.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
but I mean, you can never really,
brownies then.
You can never really like back down from a good brownie, bro.
No. Okay, continue your
okay, and also like sometimes donuts are a little too heavy. Depends on the kind of donut you have. Either it has too much sugar or it's just too heavy, and it just feels like it's very filling, you know? And it can get old easily. So
that's fair. I would argue the same though with brownies. Brownies is usually like you have one flavor and that's it. Like you're eating chocolate brownies, you eat your chocolate brownies. Yeah, there's peanut butter and stuff like that. But with donuts, you can get really creative. So it's for me, I'm like, I had a chocolate donut. I'm tired of chocolate. Cool. I have a glazed donut.
But here's the thing: it's not even just the flavors of it. It's just the donut in general is what kind of can get old.
Oh, you're saying that? Oh, not for me.
Really?
For me, donuts are the best pastry.
Wow. Okay.
The thing is, though, it's funny because it's not the best dessert to me.
Exactly.
So it's like, but it's up there. It's up there. But also, I'd argue cookies have a. If we're calling cookies a pastry, but with pastries, I was thinking more like Pop-Tarts, croissants. I guess that's all bakery.
Oh my God, what was
Pop-Tarts?
that? No. What was that?
Toaster strudel?
Toaster strudel.
You said this last time, and I'm like, I've never seen you eat one.
If you've never had
cream,
if you've never had a raspberry jam, or I think it's like raspberry and cream cheese toaster strudel, it's beautiful.
That's the
bro.
one?
It's genuinely amazing.
Fat ass.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. What's the last one?
All right. Heat or delete. Ryan Garcia will beat Devin Haney.
Ooh.
I completely forgot about this fight.
Man, I backed Ryan on the tank one, and I lost.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I remember.
You know what? I'm just gonna fucking double down. Heat. I think Ryan Garcia is gonna beat Devin Haney. Yes, okay.
Put your money
going
on
through a lot. No.
Put your money on it.
No.
Nah, you ain't a bitch, right?
I'll put my word on it,
Put your money on
and
it.
that's more valuable.
Put your money where your mouth is.
No, I have no money. It's gone. Anyway, yeah, I like Ryan a lot as a fighter, bro.
Yeah.
I really, really do. He's going through a ton of stuff outside of it, so I get it. But at the same time, I think it's all smoke and mirrors. The media is just taking it for what it is. I still think Ryan's putting in the work. I still think Ryan is still an incredibly talented athlete and a boxer. And Devin Haney, though, he's been so hot lately. Like the dude is so sharp. He gets better and better and better. But the thing is, he hasn't really shown any knockout potential. Ryan has, so I feel like Ryan has that going for him.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it could go either way. Again, they've sparred since they were kids. I got my money on Ryan, but don't get me wrong, I won't be surprised if Devin Haney wins.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
All right.
But
That's valid. That's valid, though.
but yeah, let's go to our last segment.
Heat Check is an interactive segment where the boys look into the advice-seeking world, exploring real-life dilemmas submitted by our listeners on the internet. From relationship struggles to career problems to family issues, no topic is off limits. They offer their take on the hottest questions, mixing in a dose of humor along the way. While you may think you have things in your life covered, a quick heat check never hurts. Make sure to leave your heat check questions in the link below to be featured in future episodes.
Okay, for this first heat check, someone said, my group member is planning on hiring someone to do her work. Should I tell the professor? Yes or no? She goes, I'm in college and was put into a group for an assignment with 2 other people. One person hasn't responded, so it's just been me and another girl. I completed my part and she told me that she hired someone to do her part of the work. But this person is saying that my part is not good and that she should do the entire assignment. Obviously, this is plagiarism, and I told her that I do not want someone else doing the work because if the professor catches it, then I would be in trouble too. She said she understands and I can do my own part and she'll do hers. I don't trust her now and do not want to continue working with her on this assignment. I want to ask my professor to work alone, but I'd have to report her, and I'd feel guilty and conflicted. What should I do?
Ooh. Okay. I'm very conflicted about group work. So
yeah, you have issues with group work.
I have issues with group work. It's either very, very good or very, very bad.
Yeah.
In this instance, if I was in her shoes, I don't understand her problem, to be honest with you.
So what she's saying is that
she doesn't trust him. But why doesn't she trust the person?
What she's saying is that the person that she hired is saying that her entire work is wrong and that she should just do the entire assignment.
Okay. If that's the case, well, first of all, maybe find out why she thinks you're wrong.
Yes.
So that's one.
That's true.
At the end of the day, bro, if this girl didn't tell me she's hiring someone to do it, I'm going to assume she did it. Or I'm sorry, I don't know. Are they both girls? I don't want to.
They both are girls.
Okay,
yes.
all right. If she didn't tell her partner that I'm hiring someone to do my part,
yes,
she wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
So she would have just assumed that girl did her own part and there would have been no problems. So in my opinion, knowing the fact that she hired someone, for me, doesn't change anything. Because at the end of the day, they're going to do something. I think the main problem is that the person she hired now is asking the person, I don't think your stuff is right. Leave me alone. Do your part. I'll do mine. We'll get the grade we get. That's how I see it. Because again, you're going in basically with someone you hired. You get assigned a group member. It's basically you just got force hired with somebody else. So regardless of what the situation is, you're going to have to trust the person that you were working with.
And my thing is, if you were to hire someone, I'd assume you're going to hire someone who actually knows what they're doing and what they're talking about. So why you don't trust a hired professional is like...
And I don't know. I guess you take it for face value. Like
I guess
like
so.
I can hire you to do my work. Like you're not like a professional, but
I guess so.
You're gonna get the work you're gonna get regardless of if she hired someone or if she just did it herself.
Exactly.
So you have to trust. So, but you do your part alone. That's fine.
Yeah, that works.
The next one. Somebody asked, "How do y'all begin to trust people or friends? I always feel like I can never trust anybody because they will always fuck me over. I've been lied to countless times in my life, and I've gotten to a point where I'm suspicious of everybody. I try to trust people, but then they will end up fucking me over again, and then I get left trusting people even less than before. I guess I'm just asking advice on how to get over my paranoia of being fucked over and lied to."
Okay.
Tough one.
So this is a very tough situation that he's put in. To be honest with you, I feel like you'd probably have to start seeing a pattern here. If what you're claiming is that throughout your whole life you've been fucked over by multiple people, no matter what the situation is, I feel like at some point that has to come back to you. If you understand what I'm saying.
I get what you mean.
If you're constantly putting yourself in a group of people where you can't trust people and you're always going to get fucked over, then to be really honest with you, bro, it's just the people you're hanging out with. It's your fault at the end of the day. Because I've met a bunch of people, and I mean a bunch of people who I'm friends to this day with that I trust a lot. And there are definitely people who I've met that I don't trust anymore, nor am I friends with them anymore. But just because I've been put in the situation where I shouldn't trust someone anymore, should I, completely say, fuck this, I'm never going to trust anyone ever again? No. My thing is, if you're going to go into a new friendship, relationship, whatever it is, don't bring in old baggage. You should never do that because you're never going to be able to move on from it. And at some point, it's just going to become self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. I get where this person is coming from. When something happens to you, you have to start thinking about it because you're like, oh shit, that's a possibility.
And that's understandable.
And then you keep getting fucked with over and over and over and over. And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, bro, maybe I'm like, one, you're right. Like, who are these people? Like, how do you keep getting yourself in situations? Could you be unlucky?
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, it's going to start. If it starts to become a pattern, then maybe you should like take a step back and try to figure out.
Just be like, who are these people? Do the people I'm not trusting have common traits?
There you go.
And if there is, I'm going to remove that common trait
keep fucking with these people?
Find new traits in people. Because maybe you're just, okay, but let's say it's not. Let's say I've tried every single different person and I keep getting untrustworthy in people, stuff like that.
Yeah.
One, it sounds like you might need like therapy because it sounds like now you're in your own head. Because now you're coming into every relationship and even if that person's trustworthy, you've already psyched yourself out thinking this person's not.
Exactly.
That's a problem.
That's why I'm saying do not go into a new relationship or friendship with baggage because that just becomes self-sabotage.
And also the last point I'll make is I feel like you should start small. If you really think you don't trust people, that's fine. You got to keep trying and having friends. The people you do meet and the new people, don't start very slow. Give them very small things to be trustworthy with. See how they deal with it. Yes. Then give them a little bit bigger thing to be trustworthy with. Then a little bigger, and see if that person can continue to maintain that trust.
Yeah.
Because that way you'll be able to, instead of, giving them a big task, oh, okay, can I trust you on this one? It's a big thing. And they don't, you're going to left broken. Just give little by little to see, can I trust you? Can I trust you? Can you trust me? That's how you build the trust.
I like that.
You don't just trust a random person off the bat. So I hope the best for that person. I mean, it just sounds like.
That's just a tough situation.
I hope I hope that you continue to be optimistic.
Go to therapy.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but seriously, go to therapy.
It could help.
Please.
Should help.
Yeah, it should help.
Okay. Please,
all right.
This is crazy.
So for the last heat check, someone asks, should I charge for babysitting my granddaughter? I babysit my granddaughter an average of 50 hours a week. It started out part-time to help my daughter and son-in-law. If I didn't watch her, my daughter would have to quit her job. They can't afford regular childcare with their $15 an hour jobs, by the way. So I'm guessing these must be pretty young. These are young parents, teen parents, Yeah. Now they are both working full-time jobs, and I'm babysitting a lot more than I had expected. Oh, well, good for them. I feel absolutely awful, even thinking of asking to be paid. But frankly, I could really use the money. Would it make me terrible? Would it make me a terrible mom/grandma to ask to be paid $150 to $200 a week for babysitting?
Oh man, this one's tough. Okay, because my problem is like this, bro. Things like that, in my opinion, you don't charge family for. You're talking about your grandbabies. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, yes, the kids are getting very gifted because, hey, you don't have to hire a babysitter. So they're getting, whatever. And also they get to be around the grandmother, which is good for the kid. But also, the money side of things, like, I guess if the grandma couldn't, they would have to hire somebody else anyway. Mm-hmm. So they'd have to spend money. So I go both ways. One, no, it's not bad to ask for it, because if you don't have money and now you can't watch the kid because you got to go work, you got to make money, they're going to have to pay for a babysitter regardless. Yes. They're going to be forced to.
Yeah.
So they might as well just pay you. Mm-hmm. But also, that's your grandbaby. But you don't have money, so how are you? That's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think?
It's a tough situation to be in. I mean, to be honest with you, no, I don't think it's ever right to charge your kids for babysitting your grandkids. I mean, we were obviously raised in a different kind of household, mm-hmm. because our aunts are like, well, from what I've seen, our aunts will always be the ones offering to babysit for them, right?
But the difference is
the
money.
But if like you were to compare this to regular babysitting, like fees and stuff like that, I feel like $150, $200 is not too bad.
No, it's not. And this story is completely different. I'll say this: if you had money and you're asking, should I charge? You're a weird person. No.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she needs money.
If you could really use the money,
if you actually need the money, it's different. Yes, because I'm like, okay, well, you are giving your time to babysit. But at the same time, again, if you weren't putting your time to babysit, would you go out and get a job? If the answer is yes, then those parents are going to be forced to get a babysitter anyway. So again, they might as well pay you.
Exactly.
But also, you're asking for $150 to $200 a week. Okay, multiply that by 4 for a month. You're getting $500 a month, something like that, $500-$600. Do you need the money? Because what are you getting with $600? So I'm also assuming now, are you retired? Maybe you're just living off of Social Security. There's a lot of instances in this one. I don't think there's enough context.
And here's the thing. If you're living off of Social Security, I still understand, because sometimes, depending on what you've... Yeah, Social Security is not enough. Depends on the kind of job you've had in the past.
This one is very situational. I'll just say this. Again,
and you need more context with this situation.
Yeah, this one's tough. But overall, I would never charge family to,
I can never.
I would never.
That's just...
My parents would never ask me for money to watch my kids.
I mean, I
would never charge my kids when I watch theirs. So that one's a tough one. But I don't think there's anything innately wrong with what you're doing if you need the money. But also, like, how did you get to the point where this is how you're going to get your money because you need to watch your grandkids? That's something's off. If that's what you need. But I don't know.
I just need more context.
Again, with all of these segments, leave your guys' opinions and stuff like that in the comments. Let us know what you guys think about everything we said. Let us know your opinions. It's always an open discussion. So, first episode with all the new segments. Definitely going to be, refining it, making sure everything's good. And we hope you guys enjoy the new format. So please
leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of this new episode.
For sure.
We would love to hear you guys' reviews all the time. Like, we would want to know what we could do to improve it. Or, or if there's everything that we've done that has been good. We'd always want to know,
And, of course, all the links are in the description below. Leave new stuff. We're going to be reacting to it every single week. But, yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this new episode. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next episode. We love you all. The Heatin' Up podcast is out.
Peace.